Waiting for Facebook to tune on in with us. All right, all right, all right. Happy Saturday. Oh, the weekend is here. I hope y'all have some plans to do some self-care this weekend. Taking that breather, taking that deep breath, that relaxing. Do something to pamper yourself today. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Business Strategies and Tips with Lady L. I am your host, Lady L. Building strategies that become successful actions with Success Beyond Strategies, LLC. Helping business owners and entrepreneurs identify their mission, vision, and purpose, and turning them into legal, successful, and profitable business entities. This show is brought to you by the Magnet Exchange Group, magnetexchangegroup.com, a book and social club of like-minded individuals with a powerful magnetic attraction that develops healthy relationships, sharing wisdom and experiences in generational wealth development and generational wealth preservation. Now, before we go into our business and strategies and tips, you know, for the past 2 weeks, I've been wearing some of my favorite t-shirts promoting businesses and ministry. This week was Ministries Week, so I'm wrapping up this Ministry Week with this particular shirt. It's TW Ministries, and this TW Ministries belongs to none other than Tanjala Wright. That's Tanjala. What a beautiful name. Of Tanjala Wright Ministries. She is a worship leader, an author, and an independent gospel artist, or what we call an indie artist. Her slogan is Worship Leader to the Nations. Check her out on YouTube. Her YouTube channel, Tanjala Wright. She has an interview on her YouTube channel from the show Sunday Night with Sylvia Camille. And it explained her pandemic experience of life renewal. It's a beautiful, beautiful testimony. I highly encourage vocalists and worship leaders and ministers of vocal music to really take a look at that particular video. It is a 1-hour show, but let it minister to you, let it edify you, let it build you up, let it refresh you, let it revive you, let it rejuvenate you, let it restore you, let it help you take your vocal ministry to the next dimension. You can follow her on her Instagram page and her Facebook page, Tanjala, Tanjala, T as in Thomas, Wright. Like and subscribe her YouTube channel. Follow her on Instagram and Facebook. You will definitely want to stay in touch with what she is doing. Her latest project was a book that she wrote called The ABCs of Worship, Knowing God from A to Z. And it's a children's book. It is so beautiful. Now, my t-shirt came from her 2021, January of 2020 concert. This was before the world shut down. Let me tell you, oh my gosh, her and her worship team, they were magnificent. The entire concert was so anointed. Oh my gosh. She also has a new CD out as a result of that called Healer. You definitely want to pick that up. You can go to her YouTube channel and view it. Her book is available on Amazon. The ABCs of Worship, Knowing God from A to Z. If you want to minister to your young children and ask, get them to understand God, who God is, and how important it is to have a personal relationship with Him, that book is an excellent tool to do that. Her project also, during the middle of the pandemic, she came out with July 2020, Never Let Go. Let me tell you about this song. It is 9 minutes and 42 seconds of meditative worship. If you want something to aid you in your meditation time or your worship time or just your private time with God, you need to let this song minister to you. You will enjoy it and you'll get breakthroughs. I'm here to tell you, it is Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. With that being said, Miss Tanjala Wright, make sure that you like and subscribe and follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and her YouTube channel. Now, for our business strategy and tip for today, since we opened up with insurance on yesterday, I just want to wrap it up for the end of this week. So let's go to the info. Now, I want to wrap this up by, again, talking about something that is extremely, extremely important. It is just as important or equally important as insurance for your life and for your business. And that is your last will and testament and your living will and your living trust. You don't have to be a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire to put this document together. If you have any assets of any value, whether it's sentimental value, memento value, as well as monetary value, you need to designate your assets before or while you are still here. You don't have to, some things, yes, you do have to transition in order for it to be able to become legally active. But some of your personal belongings and your personal effects, why wait till you die to give them? Why are you holding on to them? Yes, they may have sentimental value. Yes, they may be very precious to you. I'm not discounting that. But what I have come to discover and what my family has personally done, my father left us a couple of heirlooms of his artwork, and my mom, she left some precious gems and jewels. I had an aunt who left some precious gems and jewels. And between my sisters and I, we have been circulating these assets throughout the family so that our children and our children's children can enjoy them now. Listen to the backstories. We can sit down and take that time at my bougie purple table. That's some of the things we do. But at your table, whatever color or whatever name you want to call your table, where you sit around with your family and your children, your grandchildren, and you share the backstories. Talk to them about their ancestry that you do know. And sit down and make an ancestry project. I'm looking forward to doing that with my family August of this year, where we're going to sit down and collectively put together our family tree and share the stories that we remember so that we're passing them down to generations. That's what wealthy people do. That's why you see businesses that are 4 and 5 generations deep, because we keep telling the story. You know, for my people of color, my sisters and brothers, hey, why you think the book Roots from Alex Haley was written? It was to promote and provoke us to make sure that we are sharing our histories. And as a result of it, look at all the history .coms that are out, your ancestry.coms, your blackancestry.coms, and all the other .coms that, because people want to know where their roots have come from. Why do they do what they do? Why do they have the traditions that they have? It's because we pass that information down to one another. So please, ma'am, please, sir, do that while you are breathing vertical and in the soundness and the rightness of your mind, the ability to speak, the ability to recall. Make sure that your children, your grandchildren, and if you are blessed to have great-grandchildren, sit down with them and tell the stories. Don't take for granted that they're too young to understand or remember or listen. You would be surprised. If they can twerk and do all the other stuff that they memorize on a dime, they can memorize their family history, okay? Let's keep it real. So please, ma'am, please, sir, do that. Take your current assets and enjoy your family with them. And then if you're putting together assets for your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, on and on through your business, make sure that you're teaching them sound business principles. As you are learning them, teach. We have a saying in our mantra, rather, in our Magnet Exchange group: each one, reach one, each one, teach one. So when you reach out to your family, when you reach out to your business associates, when you reach out to your circle in business, make sure that you're reaching one and teaching one. This is not information now that we need to keep to ourselves. If you have skills, if you have wisdom, if you have information, now is the time to share it. Whether you share it as part of your services in your business, or as you share it as with your employees, those that work alongside of you. This goes along with adding to the vision, mission, and purpose of your business. If you're concerned about high turnovers in your business, how much are you locking your employees and associates, your managers? How well are you locking them into the vision? How often are you just meeting with them and saying, giving them that daily or that weekly or that monthly pep talk, reminding them about the vision? What I love about Nike, even down to the janitorial services, and I know they probably call them something else, but they even know the mission of Nike because they help every person that serves in their company or works in their company buy into the vision. You have to have people buy into your vision, mission, and purpose for your business, your ministry, and your organization. Then is when they become rooted and grounded in what you are doing, then you don't have to have the major concerns of high turnovers. Even if you're especially if you're in the food industry, if you're in franchises, do that. Go the extra mile. Do the extra thing that the average franchise does not do, so that you can bring your employees in. If you're having employees that don't even call out, they just don't show up, you need to look from within. Make sure that you are not operating in greed. I'm going to keep it plain and be transparent. Don't operate on greed. Don't trade people for money. If you are in a franchise-orientated business, if you have 20 or 30 stores, you need to figure out how to manage those stores where they see you at some point in time. Yes, you have managers. Yes, you have sub-managers. But I'm here to tell you, you want to take your franchise or your business to the next dimension, show up. Even if it's for 5 minutes, I just want to say thank you for choosing your franchise name and serving in this arena. And yeah, you may get some feedback, or we're not happy with some of our conditions. Man up, woman up, and listen to your boots on the ground people. Just because you are a big name franchise does not mean that your particular stores won't have a challenge of being shut down, because you can't service your community by servicing your employees and making sure that they have what they need. Yes, I know you have to look at the bottom line. You have to please your stockholders and your investors. I get it. But if you don't handle it from the root, it's not going to grow into the prosperous business that you're looking for it to grow into. Okay? Please don't take your name for granted. There's a whole lot of big name companies that you don't hear their name today. And I can go all the way back in the day that you don't hear their name today. They've either been bought up, acquisitioned out, by other major corporations that were able to position themselves to build strong foundations to make sure that they can grow and expand as industries change, as times change, as the financial markets change. You need to be able to ebb and flow your business regardless of the situation. I know we're talking about last wills and testaments and living wills and trusts, but if you're not handling the foundational stuff, what are you leaving behind? Selah. Okay? But if you are that on-time business owner, that on-time entrepreneur that got their hands on their business, that's flowing and going, shout out to my girl Pinky from Slutty Vegan. Y'all have got to check my sister out. From a principles standpoint, study how she does what she does in her marketing, how she engages her employees, how she engages her customers. I mean, would you wait in line over an hour for a sandwich? You know why they do? Because she knows how to master engagement. You must master engagement in your business with your people that serve along with you, that you service with your products and services. if you don't romance your products and services, how will others feel that romance to want to engage in acquiring your products and services? That's how you build your trust. That's how you build your future, so that when it's time to put together that will and testament, when it's time to put together that living trust, when it's time to put together that estate plan, you are passing down legacies and heritages. You have no idea. Maybe some of your employees that become managers may be your next subcontractor to your business. Think about that. Think about the future of your business when you're doing your business plans, when you're putting together your entity structures, when you're where do you see this business in 5 years? Where do you see this business in 10 years? Where do you see this business in 20 years? Where do you see this business in 50 years? There's businesses that are over 50 years old. KFC, Mary Kay, Amway. These businesses are still on the map, thriving, and business owners, people that have become business owners in these business companies, they're still developing teams. They're developing generational wealth and wealth preservation. And that's what this is all about. So when you put together your last will and testament, you want to make sure that you do have something of substance from small to great and anything in between. Make sure that you are connecting with lawyers that specialize in preparing wills. Okay? You can go to my website, successbeyondstrategies.com, put your interest in on looking for someone to prepare your wills, your living wills, your estate plans, and we will definitely get that information back to you to make sure that you are connected to the right resources, the right legal resources that can get you established. It is so, looking for the right word. I am at such peace knowing that I have these things in place. And there's a couple of things that I'm still working on, but my living will, my living trust, my estate plan, working on that in this particular month myself. My will and testament is on lock, and I check it periodically to make sure if there's anything else I need to add to it, I do, so that my family knows that it's going to be challenging enough in your absence, but the comfort in knowing that they don't have to stress out about your final arrangements, that they don't have to stress out about your financial portfolios and the different things that you have left for yourself, making sure that your beneficiaries are in place. Please, ma'am, please, sir. Even for your bank accounts, make sure that you're putting your beneficiaries in place so that your monies is not hung up in probate, where you wonder why some funerals, take about almost a month or so to, have those remains finalized. Travel is one of those reasons, but trust me, it's not the only reason. You don't want your estate hung up in probate court because the government's coming after what you possess because you did not put your will and testaments, your estate plans, and your living trusts in place. If you're looking to be a blessing with your, as an organ donor, make sure that you have those documents in place, that you understand what that truly means. They're not selective in what organs they can take possession of, okay? So make sure that you understand the organ donor program, how it works, and make sure that you and your family are well with it. You don't want to have to go through the battle of, now that cremations have become a very popular thing, you don't want family in dispute of old school versus new school methods of handling your remains. So please, ma'am, please, sir, make sure that you are managing and distributing your estate during your lifetime, that you have properly put in place how you want your estate to be distributed after you have transitioned. Minimize the costs and hassles of family and business. Research attorneys that specialize in estate planning law. That is critical, that is critical, that is critical. Just like doctors specialize in different areas of medicine. You have different lawyers and accountants that specializes in different areas of accounting and taxes and other types of business law. But most of all, get it done, get it done, get it done. Understand the process of what a power of attorney is. If you find yourself in a medical situation that, if you're not a believer in Christ and believe in divine healing and divine health, I'm trying to tell you, if you don't, you better get to know him, okay? But if there's just that time where you say, okay, I need to prepare some things, make sure that you understand the power of attorney process. Make sure that you have a lawyer that can explain it to you, that you have someone that you can trust to do that. Again, when you connect with an estate planning law firm, they will be able to do that. Go to successbeyondstrategies.com. Let me know that that's an important item that you want addressed, and our team will definitely do all that we know to do to make sure that you are in good hands and making that done for you and your family. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me today on Business Strategies and Tips with Lady L. I am your host, Lady L. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and notification on my YouTube channel, Lady Verne, Ladyverne. If you are free today, right about now, you can join me on Zoom channel 924-039-3360. The Magnet Exchange Group University is conducting class right now. You can join today as my guest. Looking forward to seeing you and hope I see you there in the next few minutes. Bye-bye for now.